Hello everyone, welcome to another Versus video. I'm BBD, joined by
Christopher VanMeter.
Indeed, and we are going to be brawling with two different devotion decks. Classic battle, black versus green.
Yeah, yours is green devotion with a black card, and mine is black devotion with a green card.
Yep, just two opposite ends of the same spectrum, a little yin and yang going on. We've also got some yin and yang here too. We have Chris VanMeter and his polar opposite poison counter.
Yes.
He has died the Inkmoth Nexus more times than he can count.
That is true.
So we are going to play the old poison game from the Princess Bride, where I am going to pick one of these in front of myself and one of these in front of CVM, and he's going to have to try to, he can either keep them where they are or he can move them around, and he's going to have to try to find the poison, or try to find the CVM token to live. Otherwise he dies and I get to play first. So yep. I have already made up my mind that we're going to do this and see what he thinks.
So we're just going to swap them.
All right. Got him.
Man.
All right, yes. I was pretty sure he would swap. So I will play first. Come on, deck. Give me the gas. Had a lot of beans. Give me some of that gas. All right, this hand is gas. So we're going to keep.
This hand is actually really good too, so I'm going to keep mine as well.
All right, I'm going to start off with the Scryland. And I don't think we need the, it really depends on if CVM has Thoughtseize. Is he the son of a gun who would have a Thoughtseize in his opening hand? That's the question that we all are asking ourselves right now. You know what, I'm gonna bottom it and we'll go from there. Go. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right. So here we have the option of leading with either this or this. So I definitely want to be able to play this on 2, and hitting another untapped land is going to be very good. But I think we're fine even if we go a little off curve here. So we're just going to go to 16 and Thoughtseize.
All right, CVM's down the old 16.
So we have Forest, Forest, Burning Tree, Caryatid, Courser, Polycrinos. So because we are already at 16, I don't want to lose to just getting attacked by Burning Tree Emissary. I'm leaning towards just taking the Burning Tree and leaving him with the Caryatid. Regardless of what I take, he's going to have a play for next turn, and I would much rather him just play a Caryatid rather than a Burning Tree into something else. So we're just going to take the Burning Tree Emissary.
All right, Burning Tree down.
And it's your turn.
All right, draw. Interesting, very interesting. We'll play this thing out and say go. So I can either just get this in play now, or I can wait and play one of these temples instead. And I think that that's probably going to be right. Had I drawn an untapped land here, I would go the other way around. But I think that I want to be able to just start using this. So we're going to Temple and Scry. And this is a good card, so we're going to keep this one on top. Good.
Go.
All right, well, I believe that my boy Polycrinos is going to make a rare appearance, and we're going to ship it back.
Okay. So he has one known card in hand, which is a Courser Prefix.
2 unknowns.
So here we can either just use this to get rid of that Polycrinos,
Seems loose.
and then we can just let him have a Courser. I think I'm fine with him having a Courser, and I just don't really want him to have that Polycrinos. And he's not going to be able to jam a Garrick next turn, so we're just going to downfall and pass.
Interesting. Legendary creature Hydra. Oh, drew
Oh,
another
drew
one.
another one. How
Had
lucky.
another Pelucranos. I'm going to go ahead and scry. See what we got here. Ooh, that's a spicy number. You know what? What the hey? We'll give it a shot. I don't know if it's going to be good, but we'll give it a shot. You're up.
The worst fears, eh?
That would be CVM's worst fear.
Okay. So, we don't really want to cast this since he has that Polykranos out. I think that we're better off just using this instead.
Hope it's not another removal spell.
Yeah, I'm just going to Thoughtseize you. Alright, so we're going to go to 14. I'm going to take your Courser and leave you with the Caryatid.
Boo.
We're going to scry. And we don't really want this card, so we'll put this on the bottom.
Scale of 1 to Pack Rat.
And then I will pass the turn.
Alright. Well, first things first, big boy's coming in.
No blocks.
Alright, we're not going to use his ability, so he's down to 9. I'm going to play that Nylea guy to the hunt we kept on top and say go. We're going to hope that big boy stays. If big boy can stay alive, I like our odds. Don't Heroes Downfall me, bro.
Alright, so he can play the Caryatid. We'll turn on the Nylea. Gonna be in pretty bad shape, but I don't really think we have any other choice. Play a rat and pass.
Rats.
Just not having another removal spell for that Polykranos.
That's a cool one.
I feel like I had the rat since the beginning. Like, this game is just much different if I get to be on the play.
I think we just play the Caryatid, and then we go to attacks.
That's fine.
Boom.
Alright, so any rats that I make here are just going to end up dying.
Rats.
So what we're going to do is... Oh, that made me evolve.
Alright, so I'm guessing that, let's see, he's animating Mutavault here. So, this is interesting. This is interesting. Why would he just animate a Mutavault? Doesn't make a lot of sense. So, he probably has a Devour Flesh in his hand, would be my guess. Which would turn our Nylea off. So, alright, we're gonna take the bait, and I'm gonna Monstrosity Pelucranos for 1 in response to him activating his Mutavault. So he can either activate it again, but then he can't really play anything, or he's gonna lose his Pack Rat.
I guess I should have blocked first and then activated the Mutavault. That way... Yeah, that makes this a lot better. I still don't think that I can beat what we have going on. Yeah, actually, if I block first, this turns out much better for me.
Block the Nylea, or
No, block the Palkranos first.
okay. I mean, it would still trample, but
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna, and I don't have a way to turn off Nylea, so I'm just dead.
oh, okay.
I forgot this head trample.
Okay.
I had a Bioblight, so like I wanted to be able to block and then Bioblight.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Yeah. Right. Team Good was able to wrest Game 1 from the evil grasp of Mono Black Devotion. We'll see if Game 2. What Game 2 has in store.
I'll keep.
Oh man, this hand is not good. All right, I'm gonna keep this hand, but this could easily go bad for us. So
Let's see what we got.
you know what my favorite Lorwyn combat trick is? Fistful of Forest.
Let's see here. Yeah, I think we just have to take the Palkranos.
Okay.
Leaves you with 4 forest, a temple, and a setter. Good.
All right, deck. Cough up the goods. Elvish Mystic, go. Had it.
Good.
Old pack rat. Well, we're just gonna throw it all out here. Hopefully he doesn't have Bioblight. Especially not into a Brimaz. That would suck.
So you have 3 cards?
Yep. Show us that Lifebane zombie.
You get 3 lands. Alright.
Beautiful.
So if I attack here, he can double block. I can make a rat and trade it for one of his guys. I think that I would rather just wait a turn. I'll pass.
Rats. We were definitely going to double block. Come on, deck. That's the old garbage. And that's going to the bottom. And we will ship the turn back.
Alright, so we're going to make a rat.
Sure. I have a feeling we might be packing it in short order this game. But we'll see.
That is the plan.
Alright, no 4th land. Alright, has the 4th land.
Alright, so here I can attack with the rats. If he blocks, then I can make a rat and activate the Mutavault. And he doesn't kill any, so I will attack with the rats.
I will decline to block.
Alright, well, we will. Make a rat.
Okay. Should not gonna Thoughtseize me? That's loose.
And then activate the Mutavault.
Alright, take 8.
And then I'll pass.
Alright, deck. Ah, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Might cause us to not immediately lose the game. Old Plukernos getting out there, doing some dirty work. You're up.
So he is able to monstrous his Plukernos for 1 here. So I think that we just send the rats. We're just going to stay on this plan. He does have to block at least one of them so that he doesn't die. And then we can just start going from there.
This game has turned into a bit of a rat race. I see.
A bit.
Yeah. Alright, so CVM can make his rats 5/5s if he so desires. Which, So we could trade our entire board for 2 rats if we wanted to. I don't know if that helps us at all. I think we're probably better off just blocking 1 rat. Well, maybe not. I think we're probably dead however we play this turn. But we'll just block a rat.
All right. Well, we're going to make a rat.
Lucky.
And then I will animate Mutavault.
Sure. Really wish I had 5 open mana here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to just kill the Mutavault.
Kill the Mutavault and keep my Flukernos. Be sweet. So we can't really do anything. We're just going to have to trade off here. And take 10, go to 2.
Your turn.
All right, what could we possibly draw? Oh, well, I guess we'll find out. Eidolon of Blossoms, we'll draw a card. And that card's pretty good if we were not at 2 life. Just go ahead and... We'll just go ahead and concede. We actually just can't win. So we did draw the Flukernos, which would have been sweet, but...
I can actually just kill you by abrupt decaying a creature and killing you with the Mutavault.
Ooh. All right, we have reached the sideboarding portion at an even 1-1. Who will reign supreme after this?
Who knows?
Who knows? All I know is that Nylea got out of the hunt. Unfortunately, her presence was felt in Game 1, not in Game 2, and no more from this point on, because we're going to cut the 3 Nyleas. Against Mono Black, between like Thoughtseize and all the removal spells, it's hard to keep Devotion up. So without the potential of Nylea being a creature, I don't think Nylea is actually that good. So I don't want to have cards that are very situational post board against Mono Black. So out's Nylea, and I'm also going to cut 1 Garrett Color of Beast because again, post board Mono Black just gets to bring in tons of removal, which you would think that makes Garrett better, but actually it's harder to cast him if all of our creatures are dying because our Nykthoses are worse and so forth. So I don't want to get stuck with too many 6s in our hands, so we're going to cut these. Also, I'm bringing in 2 5s, so there's that too. So I'm bringing in 2 Oozes, just a great value card. So many creatures are going to die, so why not bring in Scavenging Ooze? And then 2 Colossus, these are for Big D, Desecration Demon. They can trade with the Desecration Demon, or if you can Monstrosity them, they'll actually just kill the demon.
So I'm bringing in 2 Devour Flesh and 2 Drown in Sorrow. This is actually Patrick Dickman's list from the top 8 of the Open this weekend.
Okay.
And one thing I'm noticing now is that he doesn't have any Doomblades in his sideboard.
Whew.
So
Thank you,
Doomblade would be very good here, but we don't have any.
Thank you, Patrick Dickman. I appreciate it.
Instead, we have 2 Devour Flesh and 2 Drown in Sorrow that we're going to bring in. Devour is just more removal spells. And Drown is actually very good against any of the decks with Burning Tree Emissary in it. So
Yeah, Drown could easily be like a 3-for-1 or more.
yeah, so that's what we're hoping for. And then I'm cutting 2 Connections and 2 Grey Merchants. Both of the cards are just kind of slow, but still could be good at points in the mid to late game, so I kind of want to keep a couple of each in the deck.
Seems reasonable to me.
So let's see what happens.
Well, let's do that. All right, we're back for game number 3 in this best of 5. This hand's fine. We'll go ahead and keep it. Hopefully, it'll get there for us.
So this hand is actually pretty interesting. This is the first time we've seen this card in this matchup. I think it's pretty good. We don't have a whole lot of removal, but I think this is on par, if not better, than an average 6. So I'm going to keep.
Elvish Mystic, go.
Every time.
It's actually the first time. Second time.
First time, every time.
First time. There's a first time for every time. All right. That was a fantastic draw, if I do say so myself. Some would even say maybe the best draw. We'll go ahead and give Scrying a chance. We'll keep that thing on top. Go.
So I can either use this or just cast this. And I think that I would rather just use this. So I will... We're going to do it now so he doesn't have access to the mana on his turn. So I'll Devour Flesh you.
Devouring us. Well, it's interesting. So we can we're either sacking our Ooze or sacking our Mystic. I feel like we want to just sack the Mystic here because we have my favorite card and Chris VanMeter's favorite card, Burning Tree Emissary, currently residing on the top of our deck, and we can go Burning Tree into this, thanks to this. So I think we just sack the Mystic here, so we gain a life.
Go ahead.
All right. I wonder what the top of the card is.
You know the draw against this deck with no Doom Blades really sucks.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to play a Burning Tree Emissary and add 2 mana. Filter into Nykthos for 3. Cast Corsair Crucifix.
Sure.
And crash on in for 2. Hey. He doesn't have haste too? Wow. Yes, his card's real bad. Go. All right.
Take a Drown in Sorrow.
Please don't drown it. Don't drown Sorrow me. Don't. Probably wasn't.
So he's got 2 in hand. Just make 1 billion mana next turn.
Actual billion.
So I kind of just want to do this so that we can figure out what he has. So like I can also cast this, and if he has a Polukranos, then we're fine. But if it's Garruk, then we just lose. But this answers both and allows me to also cast the Pack Rat, which might end up giving us a chance to get back in the game anyways. So I'm gonna Thoughtseize you.
Arbor Colossus Boonsater. Pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I'm going to take the Arbor Colossus because we just actually don't have an answer for it. And I'll play a Pack Rat and pass. So
all right.
We're probably losing this one.
So draw Burning Tree Emissary. We have a Corsair on top, so we do not get to play free land. So what I can do here is play Burning Tree Emissary, add 2 mana, power it into Nykthos for 7 mana. We will use 2 of that 7 to exile 2 creatures, gain 2 life, 23. We'll use the other 5 to Boonsater up this Burning Tree Emissary, and then we will go ahead and attack in with the team.
So 4, 8, 10, for 12 on turn 4. Awesome.
Lucky. Yeah, I don't really think there's much that we can do or draw for next turn to live. And I Boonsatered the Burning Tree because it plays around 1 Bile-Blight, so he can't Bile-Blight our 2 guys and kill both. Plays around Drown in Sorrow, he can only kill one of our guys,
And also, like, gets the
etc.
maximum amount of damage here.
Yeah, it gets the maximum amount of damage as
And
well.
there's no card I can draw to do anything, so I'll just concede.
All right.
Alright, we're back for game 4, and I'll be on the play.
How lucky.
And so this is one of those interesting hands where you are actually able to end up keeping it. So I can lead on this, get some information, and then the following turn we'll have a bunch of action. So I'm going to go ahead and keep.
Okay, and this is also an interesting hand where we have lands and the spells that we can cast off the lands, and we'll keep.
So I can either lead on this, or I can just start off with this and then do it again next turn as well. Overall, I end up taking 2 additional damage. However, I'm able to play around, like if he has an Elvish Mystic or something like that. So we're just going to shock Thoughtseize.
All right. Well, we have 2 Boon Satyrs, 3 lands, Eidolon of Blossoms, and an Elvish Mystic. So.
Okay, so we are going to take the Elvish Mystic.
Boo.
And then pass the turn.
Can I pose a question to the general masses? Isn't Thoughtseize a fun Magic card? All right, we'll go ahead and
almost as fun as Burning Tree.
we'll go ahead and scry. We'll bottom that. We don't need that. And say go. All right, so that Thoughtseize really wrecked our hand because Elvish Mystic was integral to some of the things that we were going to be doing. Just straight integral.
All right, well, we're going to do another one.
All right, well, we drew another Temple of Malady. So, Boon Satyrs or Eidolon of Blossoms? Have your pick.
So we're going to go ahead and take one of the Boon Satyrs. And then I'll scry.
So you're at 14 life.
And I'm actually going to keep this on top because we already know what our game plan is going to be this game. And drawing lands is part of implementing that game plan.
Is it?
So I'll pass.
All right, come on, deck. Nope, didn't happen. Go ahead and scry again, and yeah, we'll go ahead and keep that. Could be good at depending on the way this game plays out, especially if he has Thoughtseize into Lifebane Zombie, which there's like an 80% chance of.
I'll take the over.
All right, 100% chance of it.
Zombie.
All right, we drew a second copy of Nykthos. Not exactly the best.
Right, so we're going to take the Boon Satyr.
All right.
And that leaves you with Nick times 2, Forest, and Eidolon. And it's your turn.
All right. Go.
All right, so we're going to attack for 3.
17.
All right, we're going to do another Lifebane Zombie.
Gotta be kidding me. Wow.
And we will take the Eidolon of Blossoms.
Okay. Well, that means he has a removal spell in his hand.
And I'll play Go Gate and pass.
Oh, we're just playing Polukranos. We don't really have anything else. Go.
Yep. So we're going to downfall.
Jeez.
Attack for 6.
Yep.
And we drew the Thoughtseize, so let's see if you drew a spell.
I did. Arbor Colossus.
I go to 12, so it's your turn.
Go.
6.
I'm at 5.
And I didn't draw a land for my Grey Merchant, so I'll just pass.
How unlucky. All right, dead. All right, we were back for game number 5. The last game was the kind of game that I believe even the Pope would go on tilt after the things that happened in that game. All right. Yeah, this one's awkward.
Same.
But I'm gonna keep it.
Not surprised.
Yep. It's not a mulligan. It's just awkward.
Same here. This hand isn't very good, but it's able to play.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and scry.
And I was
And
going to say, as long as it doesn't have a Mystic, we're fine.
all right. Well, we didn't have a Mystic. I'm going to ship this to the bottom because we're looking for we already have a solid top end with this hand. We're looking for just more like mana and early plays. So go ahead.
Go.
All right, Mutavault. How excellent. We're just going to play Sylvan Caryatid and say go.
All right, Devour Flesh.
Yep.
Good.
That was our worst fear, you could say. All right, Courser of Crufix.
Yep.
Go.
Oh no, there's a Garrick on top. Alright, we'll scry. And this is interesting. I think that this is one of those few situations where this is actually going to be a good card for us. So I'm going to keep this on top.
Okay.
And we're going to devour you again. 27.
Yep, I don't think we're going to win this one. God, that's just frustrating. We have to do this.
Oh, no.
Which is exactly what you definitely don't want to do. Cast Idol on a Blossoms and draw a card. Go.
Okay, so we knew what we were drawing there. So he could, potentially go crazy with Burning Tree Emissary next turn. And I think I just have to try and keep him off of that as much as I can. So we'll use another Devour Flesh.
Jeez, alright.
And we'll attack for 2 to start whittling you down from your 29.
Alright, I'm at 27.
Go ahead.
And go. So unfortunately we kept a hand that was land heavy, but we haven't drawn a land, and he has had a triple removal spell, so been a pretty gross game.
So here I think that we actually just have to, because that Scavenging Ooze can start to get out of hand pretty quickly, and we're not going to be able to kill it with this outside of this turn, so we'll Bile Blight the Ooze.
I'll eat a guy.
That puts you to 28.
Yep.
Attack.
26.
Go ahead.
Alright, hopefully he does not. Alright, draw land. Didn't draw land. Alright. Please don't have another removal spell. We need...
I don't yet.
Alright. Hopefully we will eventually get to the point where we can cast these sweet cards in our hand.
Alright, so I think that here... So I have 2 options. I can play these 2 or these 2. And I think that I want to see what we're working with first. I don't know, Thoughtseize.
2 Garrux, Plucrinus, Arbor Colossus.
Alright, so I'm going to go to 18. Alright. So I kind of just want to take the Arbor Colossus and go on this route, or I could take one of the Garrux and go on this route, but I'm not sure what's going to be the best. I also could just take Polykranos and go on this route, because then we would have to draw land to actually cast something next turn. I think I kind of like that the best. Yeah, so we're going to take the Polykranos.
Okay.
And we're going to Connections up the Meat Vault.
Okay.
I'm going to draw a card. 17. Play another Meat Vault and then pass.
Yep. Oh, we didn't draw a land, so play this and say go.
We drew Polykranos instead.
We did.
Alright, so I'll draw.
16. Alright, no removal spell, 1 time.
So now that he has, so you can get 3, untap. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't generate any additional mana. Tap 1, 3 to 4. So here we'll just go to second main and we'll play this guy.
Okay.
And that'll be your turn.
Alright, so I don't want to attack into his demon, but we did draw a land so we can play Arbor Colossus. So, we can get that guy out there and then we'll just pass the turn. 15.
That was a good draw.
Here's Temple.
Yeah, so Downfall of the Colossus. Combat Trigger Demon.
Yep.
6.
20.
I'll go to 13.
Another demon.
Play a second demon and pass.
All right. The old frustration right there. All right. Attack with Plukernos.
So you can do 2 here. Alright, so just 3. Oh, if he just bestows a Boomsater, it just kills my demon. No blocks.
Take 9.
Go to 4.
Go.
Okay. I'm going to combat and trigger both demons.
Sure.
Alright, after those resolve.
Okay.
And then I have land damage to kill you.
Yep. I mean, I was dead even without the Mutavault attacking. So.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, Team Evil was victorious this time. Very evil. You know, I'm not gonna complain about Thoughtseize, but I got Thoughtseize a lot. So, yeah, those last 2 games were a little gross, but
Yeah, lots of Thoughtseizes.
Lots of Thoughtseizes and zombies, but that's what happens, and that's the risk you take when you play Burning Tree Emissary. So,
And that's one of the reasons why this deck just continues to do well in any incarnation of it. Like, the card Thoughtseize is so powerful that, you know, if you're not playing a deck that's extremely resilient to it, like Jund Monsters, you have a chance to just lose to it if they have it at the right time.
Mm-hmm. And like this deck's actually, I think, reasonably resilient to it, but you know, even a deck like Jund Monsters, like there isn't any deck that's resilient to like 3 or 4 copies.
True.
Yeah, like you have to basically be a hyper aggressive deck to be able to have a game against a draw like that. Yeah. And like CVM said, that's like one of the reasons the deck's so good. Like sometimes you just have those draws. Like, you know, CVM's draw in games 4 and 5, like, how does a deck beat that kind of a hand? Like, they actually can't. Like, so that's you know, one of the main draws of playing that deck is like, you have all these draws that your opponents just can never beat in a million years, but then you also can still win the games where like it's grindy, just by having like the right answers at the right times. So, newsflash, Mono Black's still good.
Yeah, I mean, there were 4 in the top 8 this last weekend. They all lost in the top 8, so there weren't any in the top 4. But that's still not to discount, you know, the prevalence of the deck. I take it back, there were 3, not 4. So there were 3 of them. So it was almost half of the top 8 were the Black-Green Devotion. You know, there were another handful of them in the top 16. For anybody, you know, looking to play States this weekend, I don't know if I would sleeve up Burning Tree Emissary myself, but I think that, you know, this Black-Green deck is definitely a very good deck if you're wanting to try and do well at the state tournaments this weekend.
Yeah, like it's kind of it's a fun deck. For one, like I think States is all about having fun.
That's true.
So this is a fun deck. It does some cool things. If you like, you know, drawing cards and kind of doing math and getting like, you know, doing like big stuff, then this is really a good deck to play.
For sure.
We got to see some pretty sweet draws, like the first game 1 and game 3. We got to see like really the power this deck can put out. So yeah, I think this deck's pretty cool. Not sure, you know, I think that the way this match played out is pretty typical. Like you probably really favored game 1.
Especially if you're on the play.
Yeah, especially if you're on the play. And then games, post-board games like Mono Black gets so many tools that they're probably a little bit favored. But if you won game one, you can still sneak out a post-board game. So I think the matchup's probably reasonably close. And I think that this deck's like pretty cool. Didn't get to draw War Spheres. That was my hope, but it didn't happen. But oh well. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you get to see some cool things happen. Hopefully you like the card Thoughtseize.
I know I do. Even though I didn't play it in Monsters this last weekend, I switched over to Rakdos Return.
Wise man.
I mean, it's just better at that point.
Yeah.
Now.
And how did that? Yeah. Can I dagger you here? How did the Rakdos Return work out?
I should have cast it. Is what I should have.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
I got dictated all over.
The old Twin Gods.
Oh man.
And Spark Trooper did some dirty work, but.
Like I said, after Phil did that to me, like I had a look on my face like I was really upset, but I was actually laughing and told him and everybody sitting around because they were just like, "Oh my god," and I'm like, "Yeah, I can't even be upset. Like that was just way too cool to be mad at."
Yeah, there's bad beats and there's good beats. That was good beats. So.
For sure. Now this weekend is the state championships.
Yep.
StarCityGames.com. There's 50 of them, one for each state. And you won't be playing any of them since you top 8'd the Grand Prix this last weekend.
Correct.
Which qualifies you for Atlanta.
Yep. So last minute block constructed testing.
Yeah. So you will be playing in a format that'll probably end up being dominated by Thoughtseize anyways because the card's very good.
Good chance of that.
But I will be playing states this weekend, and so anybody that's in the area, especially if you're coming down for the Virginia states on Sunday, feel free to stop by and say hi. Show me what you're playing if it's something cool, because we're always looking for something sweet to play in the versus videos. But yeah, the green deck is pretty awesome actually. I think that if Burn is going to be as big as I think it is, then this would be a good deck to play because I don't think the Burn deck can beat it post-board.
Can the Burn deck beat a Bow and 4 Nihilious Disciples? Probably not. No. Yeah.
Probably not.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. As always, let us know in the comments what you liked, didn't like, etc. And yeah, have fun this weekend.
Yep. See you guys later.
See ya.